Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you, pardon me, with a puzzle by Just for Kicks called Beats. This is a puzzle I found while going through the Cracking the Cryptic Discord archive, like I do, looking for older puzzles, both because I think some of the older puzzles are really cool for giving examples of just foundational rules explanations and getting building up some of those core skills, and because I don't like the idea of cool old puzzles being lost. And I saw this one and I thought it looked interesting, and it demonstrated a rule set that I have not seen used particularly often, so I wanted to bring it out. And Just for Kicks is someone who I've done puzzles for before and I've enjoyed. So, yeah, I thought I would reach out and get permission to do this. So I think puzzle 1508. I think this was. Before I get started, so two things to mention. One is I just wanted to, for the last time, call out that when I started my channel, it was because I was going to be doing solves of my own puzzles. And recently, Scott Strossal did a video solving one of my puzzles called 4DS. And his solve of that puzzle is so good that I am not going to be recording my own solve of that puzzle. What I'm going to do is, this will probably be the last time I mention it, I am going to say, if you want to check out a solve of my puzzle 4DS and actually try that puzzle, then go to Scott's video, which I will throw a link to above. And I might throw a link in the description as well. You can find that on my, in my, below every video, I put a link to my profile page on Logic Masters Germany. I haven't posted that one yet, but I will. But you can find 4DS on Scott's channel. The other thing to mention is starting on the 20th of January, I am hoping to do or I'm going to do at this point, a single puzzle, riddle plus puzzle contest where if you solve the riddle and solve the puzzle, you will be winning a set of some paid puzzle content. And the person who wins, the first person to submit an answer will win the prize, and everyone who submits a correct answer in the week that I'll be running the contest will go in a draw to also win the same prize. And everyone who successfully submits will also win a smaller prize. So I'll have some more details for that one coming up later. Onto this puzzle. This is Beats by Just for Kicks. There are 4 rules in place for this one. Normal Sudoku rules, so in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. There are palindromes, which are these lines, which means they must read the same in either direction. So these 2 digits will be the same, these 2 digits will be the same, so when you read this line in either direction, it'll be the same, and these are the same. There are difference dots, which means that, and this is something we don't see very often. We often see difference dots which are just white dots, but these difference dots, they have a value in them, and that indicates that the difference between the values in the cells is the number given in the dot. So these 2 cells will have a difference of 2, these 2 cells will have a difference of 3, and these 2 cells will have a difference of 1. And then we've got quadruples, which I've done a bit recently. The numbers in the large circles must appear must be in the 4 cells that touch that circle. And that's the rules we've got to give this one, get this one going. So let's give this a shot. So, well, looking up here, the first thing I notice is when you have a 2 difference, these will all have the same parity. So I'm going to mark that. Let's mark that in green. These will all have the same parity, as will these, as will these. Actually, I'll use red. And the reason I wanted to use red is because I use blue and yellow for odd and even. And pardon me, I'm not sure whether these are odd or even. These are also the same parity, but this has got a difference. If we look here, the difference between this cell and this cell is going to be 4, 6, 8. And when you have a difference of 8, there's only one way to make that in the same box, and these are 1 and 9. So we know, because these are even differences, these are all the same parity as well, but these are odd. A difference of 4 from 1 or 9, this is 5, and this will be 3 or 7. So, this is 5. Depending on whether this is 1 or 9 or whatever, yeah. 2 different from 5 is 3 or 7, and then depending on which way this goes. So I'm going to just remember that these are all the same parity. I don't think the fact that these are in the corners is actually playing with the Fistamafel ring. I don't think that's the case, but I'll keep myself open to the idea, but I don't think that's going to happen. So does this 1, 9 force this to be even? Because it means I can't start this on 1 or 9. And I can't put 5 down here either. So if I put 5, I couldn't put 5 here because I couldn't go 3 away. 5 would have to be in the middle. So 5 would have to go here if this is odd. And this couldn't be... Oh no, I do have options for this being odd. So this could go 3, 5, 7, 9, or 1, 3, 5, 7. And then I've still got the even options. And because there's only 4 even numbers, that'd be 2, 8, and... Sorry, yeah, 2, 8, and 4, 6. Damn, I was hoping that these would be forcing this to be odd or even. I was be forcing these to be even. In this box, I must have an odd number on a difference of 1, and I've got to have 3 in here. So there will be 4 odd numbers in here. So these couldn't both be odd. And same, there's 3 odd numbers here. So if these were all odd, I would end up with 8, 11 odd numbers, and I can't put 11 odd numbers in 2 rows. So these can't both be odd. So if this 1, 9 isn't what's applying pressure over here, I can see that these palindromes are a little bit under pressure by the fact that these can't be... So they can't be any of the values that go into these quadruples. So they can be 1, they can't be 2, 3, they can be 4, can't be 5, 6, 7, or 8, or 9. So those are limited to those. But that's not as restrictive as I might like. I don't have the same down here because there's no quadruple in here. These are interestingly restricted because you must put an odd number onto a single difference cell, and I can't use 3, 5, 7. So it must be either 1, 2, or 8, 9. They're the only possibilities on these. Which is going to put pressure on these. Hang on, does that mean that these... Are these going to be the same or different? Because if I put 1, 2 on this, this will be 8, 9, 8. If I put 1, 2 on this, I know this could be 4. If I put 1, 2 here, yeah, no, I'm not seeing that. So where's the pressure coming from? I thought it would be here. What about up here? Is it that 5? I think it's that 5. I should have seen that faster. So this 5, yeah, I can't do a run of odd digits without putting a 5 in one of those, because whether I start with a 1, I'd have to start at one end with either a 1 or a 3. So with an even set of digits, you are forced, because you've only got 4 digits. But with an odd set of digits, you've got a flexibility of 1. So with even, you have to start with 2 and finish with 8 and have 4, 6 in the middle. So that's the only possibility. But with odd, you can start with 1 and end with 7, or start with 3 and end with 9. But either way, you have to have a 5 in the middle, which would put a 5 there, and I can't do it. So these cannot be odd. This is even, which means that is 2, 8, and this is 4, 6. Now that means 2 is here and 6 is here, because I can't put 6 in there because of the 4, 6. And that means that 2 and 6 must be down here. Now, does that have an impact? Yes, it does. This can't be even now, because if this was even, I'd have to put 2, 8 in here, and I'd have 3 2 8s in the row. So this is odd. And if this is odd, then what we've proven before is this has to have a 5 in here. Because the same as we were looking at over here, this has to go either 1 3 5 7 or 3 5 7 9, or the other way round. So 5 is in here, which puts 5 in one of those, and puts 5 in one of those two, because it can't go there because of that. And that's... oh, wait a minute, now I've got 5 here and 5 in here. This can't be a 5 anymore. So this is now only even, so these must be even. Which means I can't put 3 or 7 in there, I can't put 1 or 9 in there, and I can't put 3 or 7 in there. So I've got another set of even. That takes 2 or 8 out of there. This is 1 or 9, so it takes 1 or 9 out of there. This is 2 or 8. That's... hang on, if this can't be 1 or 9... oh no, it can be 1 or 9. It just can't be the same one as that one. Huh. So this is 1, 2, or 8, 9, but we already knew that, but now we've got more information on the order. Maybe I want to put the candidates into this. So this is either... 1, 3, 5, 7, or 3, 5, 7, 9, or 1, 3, 5, 7, or 3, 5, 7, 9. So that gives me a 3, 5, 7 up there. One, 3, 5, 7, or 3, 5, 7, 9. I must use 3, 5, and 7 in here. I must use 3, 5, and 7 in here. This must be 3, 5, and 7. There's no other possibility. Because if I don't use a 3, 5, and 7 in here, then I must use 1 and 9, but I've only got a difference of 6 through here. So this must include 3, 5, and 7. And this must use 3, 5, and 7. So I cannot use 3, 5, 7 there. I cannot use 3, 5, 7 there. This is 3, 5, 7. This is not 5. These are now 1 and 9, which puts 1 and 9 down here. This gives me a 1-9 pair. So this is not 1 or 9. So this is 3, 5, 7, 9. I'm actually going to reset the centers on this. This is either 3, 5, 7, 9 or 7, 5 or 1, 3, 5, 7. That's the only possibility, which gives me a 1-9 pair there and a 3-7 pair in the box. Three, 5, 7 goes here. 3, 5, 7 goes here. This must also be a 3, 5, 7. This one can't be a 5. So this is a 1-9 pair. So there's no 1-9 here. So there's no 1-9 here. This is a 4-8. I can take 8 out of there, which means I can take 9 out of there. This is a 1-2. I can take the 1 out of there. 4-8 can't go down here anymore. 4-8 goes in here. And we know the order. This is 8 and this is 4. This is very, very strange. I like it, but it's very strange. So 4-8 now can't go in those, so 4-8 goes in here. So 4 now needs to go into those two cells. So this is 3, 4, 5, 7. Which is going to put huge pressure on these because I now know exactly what those 4 digits are. In fact, these are limited to 4 digits, which is 1, 2, 6, and 9. So these can only be 1, 2, 6, and 9, and they can't be 1 or 9. These are 2 and 6, which means I can take 2 and 6 out of there. This becomes 1, 9, and I've got a 1, 9 pair in this box. Hang on, 2, 6, which means this is an 8, this is a 9, this is a 1, this is a 9. This is a 1, which means this is a 5, this is a 7. I can take 3 out of those. I can take 5 out of those. This is just a puzzle of really nice discovery. This is now a 3-5 pair. So this is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And I can't put 7 there because 7 has to go on the circle. This is 6, 7, 9. So this becomes 4. This becomes 6. So this is the 8 and this is the 2. That being the 8 makes that the 4 and that the 8. This 1 makes this the 2 and this the 1. The 1 also makes that the 9 and that the 1. These are now 2 known digits, 2 and 6. This 2 resolves the order, 6 and 2. This is just fun. I know I keep saying it on this channel, but you don't need puzzles to be diabolically hard for them to be just good fun. And this is just good fun. I think this is harder than a genuinely approachable Sudoku, but yeah, just good fun. And this is where I find out in a few minutes that I've made a terrible mistake and I've broken the puzzle and oops. So this can't be a 2 or a 6 anymore. No. So 2 and 6 must go down here. And this is what I mean. There's just all of these wonderful pointing pairs. So this has to be 3 or 7. So this is 3, 5, or 7 to complete the options in the row. So I've now got 3s, 5s, and 7 lining up here. This is a 3, 7 pair in this row. This is a 3, 5, or 7. Oh, that 2 is making both of those 6 and making both of those 2. Um, 2 now can't be, 2 is now right there and 6 is right there. So that's that quadruple. All of the quadruples are now pretty much complete. So apart from these 3s, we're now down to Sudoku. Okay. So these 3s are now going to have to come into their own. Is now when I do that, or do I try and do some more Sudoku first? Like in this column, we are missing 1, 3, 7, and 9. So these are 1, 3, 7, and 9. This can't be 1 or 9, so I've now got a 3, 7 pair, so this can't be 3, 7. So this is a 1, 9. This is 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. So these are all the odd digits, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. This again can't be 1, 9. So this is a 3, 5, 7. So I can take 3, 5, 7 out of there. This is a 1, 9 pair. So let's look at the options here. So I can't put 1 on this at all. I can't put 2 on this at all. If I put 3 on this, it would have to go with a 6. So I can't put 3 on this at all. If I put 4 on this, it could only go there, and it would have to go with a 7 there. If I put 5 on this, it would have to go with an 8, so it would have to go 5, 8. If I put 6 on this, I think I'm starting to go the other way. So I've crossed the middle point. So 6 would have to go with... Oh no, 6 could go with 3 or 9. I can't use 9. And why did I exclude the 3, 6 option earlier? Oh, because I can't use 6. And then once I hit 7, 7 would have to go with 4, and I've already got the only 7, 4 option. 8 would have to go with 5, and I've only got the 8, 5 backwards. This is the 5. Good thing I went to that far because I wouldn't have noticed, because the 8 can't go there. So it's 8, 5 in that order. And 9 I can't use. So these are the only options on that dot. I was hoping that would be more limiting. So this is a 3, 7. So 3, 7 has to go in here, which puts 3 in one of those two. Okay, let's look at this box. 2 has to go in one of those two. No, 2 is right there, because I've got 4 2s looking into this box. 6, 6, that now restricts 6, because I can't put 6 in either of those, because of those 6 are not there. So this is, no, 6. The more digits I place, the more restricted this becomes. So this is now 3, 5, or 7, lining up with that. 1 is now in one of those. So let's look at this. If I use 1, it would have to go with 4. So I could do 1, 4 in that order. I can't use 2. 3 would have to go with 6, so I can't use 3. 4 would, I've done 4 with 1. 4 with 7 would be that. 5, I've done, I can't do 2, but 5 with 8 would have to be 8, 5. Can't use 6. And once I've hit 7, surely I'm hitting the same thing. 7 would have to go with 4 in that order. 8 would have to go with 5 in that order. And 9 would have to go with 6, which I can't use. So that's the only, which has given me a 4-5 pair in the column. That's a 3. That's a 5. That 5 takes 5 out of there. I've now got a 3-7 pair, making that a 5. This is not a 5. 5 now needs to go in one of those two. Can I limit this in another way? Did I miss something more obvious than that? Probably. It is me after all. So 1 can only go in those. 2 I've got. 3 is in those two. 4 is in those. 5 is there. 6 I've got. 7, I'm not sure why it can't go in any of those. 8 can go in any of those. This is not good. And 9 in any of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. This is not good. What have I missed? That 6 takes a 6 out of there. This is a 4-5 pair, of course. I did get that earlier. So I can't put 4. What did I just do? It did not registering buttons or something. Take the 6 out of there. I can't put 4 or 5 in there. I can't put 4 in there. Four goes with 1. 5 goes with 8. 7 goes with 4. 7 has to go up there. 4 goes with 7. 5 goes with 8. Five goes with 8. Is it one of these that breaks the... What have I missed? That's 6. That's a 9. That's a 7. That's a 6. That 9 takes 9 out of all of those and that one. That 7 takes 7 out of there and there. That 6 doesn't do 1, 3, 7, 8, 9. That's fine. So... Not having a good day, am I, people? 3, 4, 5, 7. That's a 3, 4, 5, 7 quadruple. So that can't be 7. That can't be 3, 4, 5, or 7. That's an 8. That's a 1. That's a 9. That's a 1. This now has to be 3 different from 1, so that's a 4. It takes 4 out of both of those. I don't know if that was the way to move forward, but that's what I saw. That's a 9. That's a 1. There is no 1 there. There is no 1 there. There is no 8 in either of those. There is no 4 there. There is no 9 there. So 3, 7 pair means that that's an 8 and that's a 9. That 8 takes 8 out of both of those. This becomes... My mouse is not working properly. 2, 4, 6, and 8. That 2 makes this a 6 and this a 2. The 4 makes this a 5, which is the correct distance. This is not a 5. This is not an 8. This is a 3, 4, 7, which is all okay. This is... Oh, no, this 1 now resolves this. This is a 9, 5, 3, 1. That 3 makes this a 7 and this a 3. This a 4. This is not a 4. That's a 7. That's a 3. That's a 7. That is not a 7. That is not a 7. There is no 3 in those. That 4 puts a 4 in there. There is no 4 there. The 5, 7 makes that a 3, which makes that a 5, which makes that a 7, which makes that a 3, which makes that a 7, which makes that a 5, which makes that a 3. The 3 makes that a 7, which takes 7 out of both of those. That is now a 5. That's a 3. The 7 makes that a 5, and I put in a 7. And I believe that is how you complete beats by Just for Kicks. I definitely got stuck up at the end there, possibly because I kept missing this 6. But the initial flow of finding the pressure that these put on each other was a little tricky. That was not the easiest break-in in the world. Not ridiculously hard, but not the easiest. And then all of the pointing pairs that eventuated was just really nice. I enjoyed that puzzle quite a lot. I hope you did too. I'm really glad to have featured that one. That was a lot of fun. That was a great discovery to dig out of the archives. Kind of feel like an archaeologist going and trying to find the treasures that have been buried for a long time. Thank you everyone for watching. I will bring you more news about the competition that I'll be doing soon as I've got it. I'll probably wait until I've got some more solid news before I mention it again. And yeah, good luck everyone with your solving.